Since my last letter home, I have been in contact with the enemy almost constantly. I could write and tell you of many horrible sights of much suffering, or of my many narrow escapes, but instead, let me write of my walk with God.
Our outfit pulled into the valley Monday night. The ground was soft and we were not able to pull the vehicles off the ground for fear they would sink in. All that night, the Germans laid in on us with artillery fire. Early Tuesday morn, we were surrounded and they began to close in on us. As the day rolled in, the enemy showered us with mortar, artillery, and machine gun fire.
Men were going mad. Our leaders failed us. There was no organization, there was no way to go. We were all scared. Our tanks and tracks were the main targets. Men ran to the slopes that formed the walls of Death Valley. I could go deeper into description of this disastrous day, but that will wait till someday by the stove in the dining room.
There was one of three things to do: fight a hopeless battle to the last man, surrender, or try and escape through the enemy in our rear. I chose the latter, and since my squad was disorganized, my company scattered, I asked for no one's permission. Other men were off to escape, but I took a different direction.
I took a narrow path on the slope that led into a pine grove. 10 or 15 yards in, I noticed a stone stairway covered with pine needles, climbing and winding up a hill steeper and higher than Norfolk Street. At the first bend was the first station of the cross. It was carved from white rock mounted on a marble block. I blessed myself and went on up, and at each bend was another station. Just before I reached the top, and yet not in full view of the head of the stairway, my eyes laid upon a full-size statue of Mother Mary. A few more steps revealed our Lord on the cross. As I approached the crucifix, a German burp gun opened up on me. With the blessing, I asked our Lord to forgive me for my sins and to guide me on my way.
From that moment on, my path was one shielded by Christ. I'm sure of that because no man could have come out the way I did and still live to tell about it. I had shells land close enough to throw me off my feet, and its deadly shrapnel sing by me.
I prayed for the courage to endure all this. I pray now for more to carry me through. I've prayed to Mother Mary to save me for you, and to God to keep Fred away from this hell.
Dad, if you've never had reason to believe in our church, our prayers, you hear me tell you now that only God has kept me safe. Only God will return me to you. Pray for me, Dad, to be a good soldier and to return home soon. Good night. Bless you all. Loving son, Joseph.